Hi viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Adiola Fayon. Well, with me in the studio today is someone that we love to interview because of all the great things that she's been doing, not just here in the US, but also in Nigeria. She was born in Nigeria, grew up in the US as well as in Nigeria. Her name is Enitan Fagbemi-Balogun, who has been in the makeup and publishing industry for more than 14 years. She has worked both here in the US and Nigeria. She has her own makeup brand, and she has her own makeup school in Nigeria, and she has worked with several celebrities, and she has won several awards in the beauty and publishing industry. And it's a welcome to Sahara TV.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I mean, looking at you, the makeup and everything, your work speaks for you. So we're very happy to have you here in the studio with us. But let's start from the beginning. You used to be a tomboy. What happened?
I got married, I had kids.
I mean, how did you go from being a tomboy and loving jeans and all that to becoming a makeup artist?
Tomboy.
You are.
I am.
You said that in one of your interviews that you are still a tomboy.
Yeah.
But then you wanted to go into banking, but then you decided to go into makeup. What happened?
You know, sometimes we want to do what our parents want us to do, right? So, but basically, it's not a bad career to want your child to have, but it wasn't something I enjoyed because I've always liked art, anything creative. I've always liked it. I like to show my creative side, my skills, but with the investment banking thing, it just wouldn't work for me.
So it wasn't your idea to go into investment banking? It was something
it's something I wanted to do. I wanted to, it wasn't like it was do or die, but I still, you know, got my degree and all, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do.
You went back to your first love.
Exactly,
so
always.
I mean, that's very common though. So many African parents, so many Nigerian parents want their children to be doctors or lawyers. I mean, nobody wants
exactly
when you grow up, I want you to be a makeup artist.
Exactly.
Even till today, that's not like common, but people are now venturing into it. Yeah, more than before. But and you yourself now, you are a parent. You have 3 kids. I'm thinking that that's something that you've learned from, and just letting your children be whatever they choose to be, right?
Yeah, basically.
And so tell me about your brand. And you say that it's been sold in like 6 different countries.
Yeah. Basically, makeup line. That's one of the first things that I started out when I moved back to Nigeria, was to have a makeup line for myself. How it started out was when I was in college here, I used to do a lot of beauty stuff. I worked with a lot of beauty companies here. But it was something I couldn't get away from, even if I wanted to. So, but eventually, you know, when you have friends and coworkers and everyone's telling you your makeup is fantastic, it's great, then I started out trying, like, you know, with a little exclusive line, which was just eyeshadows and lip glosses. Okay. So basically that's what I started out with when I was in New York, and I used to sell that to my friends and family and stuff. Then I realized, you know, okay, maybe, you know, I'm a bit tired, I want to go on vacation, I need to clear my head. Because then I probably just thought, maybe I really don't know what I wanted to do. So I went to Nigeria for the first time. I was looking for a makeup studio anyway, but I couldn't get any. The only makeup studio that existed then was another lady. She's actually one of the first people that actually came out. House of Tara. So I went to her studio and I noticed that was the only studio available there in Lagos. So then I said, oh really, why would there just be one?
In the whole of Lagos?
That was the only one I found then in 2005. Wow. That was my first vacation. In 2005, that was the only one that I found. And I went in there and I'm like, oh, then my husband was like, okay, so there's really nothing for you here. Do you think you want to start your stuff that you're already doing in New York? Because my first passion actually was hair. I was always in the hair industry. I was always doing hair, even from school, people in my building. So I work with salons as well. So you basically saw
a gap that needed to be filled.
Exactly. So I just said, you know what, I think I want to probably just, I was thinking about doing it in the future, but it was something I had to do so quick.
Why wait before somebody else takes up that opportunity?
No, that's not it. Nigerians are very good at stealing ideas, one. So, but I wasn't trying to rush into it. I came back to the States and I realized my husband just said, oh, I think I got a perfect space for you to work your studio. And I said, a space? I'm not thinking about moving till another 3 years. And he said, I already paid for it.
Ah, you had no choice.
I said, you set me up. So I had no choice. I packed my bags with my kids and I started out
And that's in Ikoyi?
Yes, in Ikoyi, on Awolowo Road in Ikoyi.
Wow.
So that's where I had my studio. I launched it in 2006 of June. And
But the fact still remains that even though you've had this since 2006, you still come here to buy your products.
Yes, I get all my products from the U.S. My manufacturers are here, and basically the U.S. quality for me is just the best.
I'm sure it is, but you know, shouldn't there be a time where, you know, all these things can also be produced in Nigeria? And I'm sure there has to be some challenges coming here to, you know, import all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of challenge to face, actually. It's quite tasking, because when I have a lot of businesses that I'm running and I have to still come down here to get my cosmetics or have it shipped down, it's quite hard and it's annoying, because makeup as it is, that's why I'd always say my major problem with Nigeria, even if I have to move out today, the only thing that would drag me out would be the electricity part of it, because makeup doesn't like heat.
I see.
Makeup has to be in air condition all through. Even if you have it on, you really don't want to be under the sun.
Yeah.
You know,
Otherwise
so
you look
exactly,
sweaty.
you'll be sweating, you get humid, and you get sticky and all that.
And sorry, I'm glad that you brought up the whole idea of you always have to have electricity, because you said somewhere that if you were to be president of Nigeria today, that the first thing you would want to fix is electricity.
Definitely, that's going to be my first project.
And you know, I just wanted to ask you why it's so important. I mean, I'm sure it's important for everybody, but for you in particular, why is that so important, just to have electricity, constant electricity in Nigeria?
It's major. It's major. It's a major, because this is, how would I say it? We're in 2013 now, and situation whereby you're in a room and someone just flicks the light alone is very annoying. Then somebody does it intentional. It's just wrong. I don't think we should be in darkness at all at home, especially if you're comfortable. You shouldn't be in darkness at all. Anywhere in the world, you shouldn't be in darkness.
I know. But it's not just you. So many business owners in Nigeria are really frustrated with not having electricity. And you know, that's a basic amenity.
It's just a basic amenity. I know a lot of businesses that have run down just because of electricity, because they have to buy fuel, diesel or petrol just to run the generators. And thinking about it, buying fuel of 3,000 naira daily at home and at your work, how do you give your employees a bonus? When at the end of every 30 days, you're actually putting in 3,000 naira a day in 30 days.
But you have to have generators.
You have to. And you have to have two.
Huh.
Because you can't run a generator all the time. Those things are not supposed to work 24/7, 365 days a year. So you need to have backup also.
But you know, as a Nigerian, sometimes I wonder what it would take to have electricity fixed and constant. Do you think that's something that could be done if the government really wants to do it? Or this is just too hard?
It's not hard. It's not complicated. It's not mathematics. So trust me, if IVF works for people, electricity shouldn't be a problem.
So are you saying that if the government really wants to, you know, fix this
If they want
they
to,
could?
it's all a matter of just doing it. It's like this. We have all the funds that we need to get that done, even if they have to do a trade by barter with a company, you know, like a country that would actually go in and do that. You can, if you don't want to do out-of-pocket expense, if that's the problem, you can probably trade by barter with our oil and get it done. But seriously speaking, 2013, still having that flashing thing, electricity, like, it's annoying.
And let's go back to, you know, I know you have like a makeup school. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, the makeup school, basically we have Lice Pro Studio. It's a beauty school. We teach a lot of aspiring makeup artists and also makeup artists to actually upgrade their skills. And if you have passion for it, we actually bring that out. We bring out the best in you, basically. If you have that potential, you know, it's something that can be easily molded. Not like you don't have the passion for it or you want to do it because everybody else is doing it for the money. So, but for you, it's a personal thing, because I tend to talk to my students and I teach most of them myself. Basically, I'm always a part of my class. No matter, I've trained over 400 students in Nigeria today, and I'm still a part of my training. Every single one of my students will tell you we have been personal.
And I know that one thing that you always emphasize is get certified.
Exactly. You have to be certified. You can't just want to be a makeup artist and get a makeup box and start filling it with junk makeup and start doing makeup on people. You need to know the right tricks to use when you're working. You need to use the right products. You need to, hygiene is one of the, you know, the main things that I actually lay emphasis on. If you're dirty or a dirty makeup artist, you will not get any other job. Referrals are quick to ruin your image, so you have to know what you're doing. So you need to be professional. Ask advice from the people that are there, people that have been there, They'll tell you all the tips and tricks to their own shortcuts. So you can easily just, get into the industry with advice from people that have been there,
And let me ask you a little bit. You are also a weight loss expert, and believe it or not, you are a mother of 3, and you're in great shape.
Oh, thank you.
How do you convince people, Africans especially, who believe that the more comfortable you are, the more bigger you should be? How do you convince them? You know what? Maybe you should watch what you eat or stuff like that.
Convince them to watch their weight.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't think I need to convince anyone, but I just think it's more of a personal thing. If, whenever you got married, you were a size 6, and eventually you had 2 or 3 kids, you blew up to size 16. And if you complain your husband cheats, trust me, it's expected, because you were not that fat when you got married. So I just think some women just take it for granted and just let themselves go just because they're having kids, and they just automatically equal having kids to being fat.
And they accept that.
They accept themselves for who they are. They tend to lose themselves, but men are like kids. You need to excite them all the time. You need to make them look forward to coming home. You need to make them look forward to having that meal. You have to make them excited about eating salads and fruits and veggies and stuff.
He said men are like kids.
Yeah. Men are like, they're like, little kids. You need to keep them excited. You want them to get good grades in school. You need to promise them something. You want to get them a toy. You want to get them the next Wii. You just need to give them something to look forward to.
I have to round up, but briefly, I wanted you to tell me, I wanted you to look at the camera first of all and tell somebody out there maybe that is just starting out, and they think they have this gift. They think they know how to, do makeup and all that, or even just design, and maybe they think there is no career in this. I mean, there's nobody to look up to or whatever. Can you just talk to them?
One thing first.
Yeah.
I could say now, even like back then it was worse, but it's more acceptable now. Because back then people see makeup artists. When you say, oh, what do you do? And you tell them, oh, I'm a makeup artist. And they just look at you like you're a high school dropout. It's a really bad feeling. And I tell people, you know what? You need to say it like you mean it. And someone asks you, what are you? What do you do for a living? I'm a makeup artist. I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm a certified makeup artist. You say it out like you mean it. Be very confident in yourself. A lot of people train and they don't know what they want. But if you really want something, you need to act like you want it. You need to show that you want it. If you're a new makeup artist, if you're aspiring, if you're already a makeup artist, you don't have the confidence to go out there and be in the world and start doing your own job. You need to believe it for anybody else to believe it. So if you don't believe it, you're not going to succeed out there. And the first thing you need to also put in mind is humility takes you a long way. You have to be humble. You can't just do 5 jobs and think you're the hottest thing after sliced bread. You need to be very humble, because out of humility, I got where I am. Being a New Yorker is also part of it, because I'm a very liberal person. I love life. I love to enjoy myself. And basically, I'll just say, if being a makeup artist, being creative is what you want to do, and not for the money part of it, because some people are into it because of the money, and they're really bad at that job. But basically, I'm doing it because I love it. Even when money's not coming in, I'm still excited about makeup. Right. So I'll just tell you, keep doing it because it works for me and it could work for you.
And speaking of being successful, you've actually won several awards, both in the beauty industry as well as in publishing industry. So we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So just briefly, I wanted you to tell me about your royal fall, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, my royal fall! Oh my goodness. That royal fall cost me a lot, because like I said, I'm a tomboy. I really don't know how to walk in heels.
And you teach people how to be fashionistic, and you don't know how to walk in heels.
I just can't, because I just love sneakers. I can, right now, see?
So I guess it's okay to be comfortable,
flats.
to be who
That's
you
just
are,
the thing. I like
practice.
to be comfortable. So it's just that there's a thing about Nigerian red carpet. You can hardly do flats, basically, because it just doesn't go with the whole. And I just try from my car on the red carpet, and I just sit down, and I'm not getting up to say hi to anyone. So sometimes people might just feel, oh, she doesn't want to come say hi. I can't get up, because I can't walk. So, but for me...
so what happened that day?
That day, basically, it was 2009. I was invited for, I was nominated for an award by Exquisite. I attended the event. I did get the award, but I fell before I got the award.
on your way off?
Yes, I was being interviewed by it was it was like maybe Sound City
And then
or
maybe your heel just tripped in.
and my ankle just on the stairs. I just rolled a couple of stairs, and some guy just caught me.
But you're okay. So
I was okay,
that's the important thing.
royally.
And we're so glad that
You
you're
know,
okay.
exactly. But I sprained my ankle, and I couldn't walk for for a while. But afterwards.
Anyway, the lesson in that, I guess, is wear what's
try
comfortable.
to be comfortable.
Be
Exactly.
comfortable. You can be fashionistic and be comfortable.
Don't try to do a 5-inch heel when your feet can't even do 2. So.
Okay. That means a lot coming from you. But Eni, thanks so much for coming
You're
in
very
the
welcome.
studio today.
Appreciate being
We really appreciate having
Thank
you.
you.
And maybe I'll get a makeover.
Yes. I think I'd
probably
love to give
fly.
you one. Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, viewers. There has been Enitan Balogun, a makeup artist as well as an editor, and she has talked to us about what she does being a makeup artist in Nigeria. So stay tuned. We have more to come. Thanks for coming on.